Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm so glad you're here because I'm going to show you how to download Sims 3 mods. Assuming that you don't know how to do it. If you do know how to do it, you're probably not here right now. So welcome in, you're in good company. Really the most funny part of custom content is when you're starting fresh, is you're just spending hours downloading all the beautiful CC that you see, but then you're set up for life. And then after that, you just like get a little bit of CC from here and there. Anyway, let's get started. We're going to use Miss Vita Alto as an example. We're going to give her a little makeover. We're going to try to. So the first thing you're going to need is WinRAR. This is a free application. You just download the free version. It's like a trial version, but really you don't have to pay for the service as you're using it. It just gives you a little pop-up and you X out of it. And I'm going to show you guys how we use this application, so don't worry. But first things first, download it onto your computer. Simply just hit the download button and then download free trial, and it'll take you there. You download it onto your computer. Done. Now that that step's done, we need to set up our Sims 3 folder. So before we get into all of this, please just make sure that you've opened the Sims 3 game at least once. Make sure you've opened it at least once because it needs to generate that downloads folder. For example, when we go to Documents, Electronic Arts, and then Sims 3, this is what we want to see. We want to see all of this, and especially the downloads folder. We're going to need that to download certain custom content. Now, we need a mods folder, but we don't have one. So I'm going to put this link in the bio. We're going to go to Mod the Sims, and we're going to scroll down. You're going to see this page, installing Sims 3 packages, setup files. I mean, you can read this if you want to, but the purpose of this video is to make that unnecessary. So go down to this download link. You want to right click it and click Save Link As. And we want to make sure we're putting it in the right place. So once you're getting ready to download this, you want to go to Electronic Arts, Sims 3, and then we're going to just drop it right here. So we're going to hit Keep, and if you have WinRAR installed and downloaded, it should have this little icon. Now we're gonna launch the file, and we're gonna hit open because you want to open this with WinRAR, and then this will come up, and you see how this gives me a pop-up that says, oh, free trial ended. You can hit close, highlight the mods folder, right click, hit extract to a specified folder, Documents, Electronic Arts. That just moved all of those things in one swift motion to where we need it to be. So now you see that we now do have a mods folder, and it has everything that we need. And so it downloaded like a little tester for us. So as you can see, there's two things that are already installed: the no intro and the no build sparkles. So once you reopen your game, it should not give you that that Sims 3, that montage with the family and the cooking. It should completely skip that and put you right to the loading screen. That's how you know that this worked. So go ahead, open your game, and make sure that we don't see an intro. The next thing is no build sparkles, but that's a little more involved. Like, you have to go into buy mode and test that part. So just make sure that no intro pops up when you open the game. And I did not mention this part, but you want to make sure as we're downloading the custom content, you want to make sure that the game is not open when we're downloading it, because it's not gonna just pop up in your game like as you download it, right? Like, you have to close the game and download the content and then reopen it for that custom content to show up. Now I want to explain the overrides folder to you really quickly. It's in the name. It's like overriding certain things that are in the game already. To be honest, I don't use this folder that much at all because it's a little complicated to me. I only have one thing in this folder that overrides an animation, and I'm going to show you what that is, and you might find it pretty handy. This is the spicy animation fix. You know when you have your sim eating something spicy and they get up and then the steam comes out of their ears and they sit down in midair and then stand back up? It's a really weird animation. And so this creator, Twin Simming, has fixed that animation for us. So with this one, since we're overriding an animation, this is going to go in our overrides folder. But we right click, same way, extract to a specified folder, then we're going to go to Documents, Electronic Arts, Sims 3, Mods, and then we're going to put this in the overrides folder. Now the most fun part of it all is the hair, the makeup, all of that jazz. A creator that I trust a lot, and even just the website in general, is the Sims resource. And simply finding custom content is a matter of googling Sims 3 CC hair and seeing what you find. seeing what appeals to you. I use this site because it's pretty straightforward. Leah Lilith is a really amazing creator that I get a lot of hair and accessories from. So for an example, we're just going to download this hair. You have to go through the security questions. It's going to count down. You do have to stay on the page as it counts down. I remember back in my day, you could just open multiple tabs and download a bunch like at a time. But if you leave the page, it's not going to download. So now we hit download now, and let's see what kind of file this is. Okay, so this is going to be a downloads file, you guys, because look, it says Sims 3 custom content. Whenever you see this, automatically know that it has to go in the Sims 3 downloads. But we're not done yet with that. At the end, I'm going to show you. You have to make sure that it's installed in the launcher. So we got the hair downloaded. Now on to skins. Skins is really important to me. It makes all the Sims look so good and so realistic, so much more updated. Like, I know we hear all the Sims 4 Simmers say that Sims 3 Sims are ugly, but with custom content now, like, Sims can be beautiful in the Sims 3. It's just about what you do with it. The difference between default and non-default, as it says here, default skins replace the EA made skin in the game. So every townie and every like person that is born after that will have this skin, with obviously of course a range of skin tones, but they'll have like cherry pie, like they'll have this skin, and there's a range of skin tones within this, but they will have this appearance. I just think it looks so much better than the skin that's already made in the game. Or you can choose the non-default version, and this will like add to a collection of your skins in game, and you can choose from a panel and specifically select those skins. I'm going to do the default version. Let's see which one looks better. So it'll change like all the townies in game. So let's download cherry pie as the default first, and then I'll download an additional skin. So we're gonna hit download, and as you can see, it takes you to third-party websites like Mediafire. You'll see a lot. Sims File Share. You'll see a lot. I also get custom content from Tumblr as well. So there's a lot of different places that you can get content. And as you can see, this is a package file. Sims 3 mods packages. And this one's very easy because it doesn't make us use that WinRAR thing. We just put it straight in there. So now we can download a non-default. So they can exist together. Defaults and non-defaults can coexist. So now I'm going to download Fresh Blue as the non-default, as something I can alternate to or choose from if I want. Okay, so skins downloaded. That's done and easy. Nothing additional needed for that. Package files are by far the easiest, most simple things to download. And skin default, and another recommendation I have for skins is S Club. They make a lot of like glossy skins. They give your Sims that natural highlight look if that's what you're into. And for contacts, same thing as the default and non-default. You can choose between the two. Usually creators will tell you if it is default or not. If you don't see them telling you whether it's default or not, that means it's probably non-default, meaning it's not automatically put onto all of your Sims. You have to select it and put it on that Sim. So we found the link, hit download, package file, very simple, just save it to your packages file. Again, the Sims resource has a lot of custom content that I like to download from, so we're going to choose another pair of contacts, just in case we don't like the look of that one. Choose from a few different ones. So this one is, again, a Sims 3 custom content, as you can see, so we have to put this in our downloads folder. Typically, the Sims resource does cut the Sims 3 custom content thing, so you have to put that in your downloads folder is what you'll find more often. And if you're looking for fancy clothes, Bill Sims is definitely the best creator for that. Like, anytime I have a fancy Sim like Vita Alto we're shopping for, I always go to them for custom content. So same thing, we download, and it'll most likely give us that same spiel. We'll have to put it in our downloads folder. And again, at the very end, we're gonna have to take one more step to install all of those items. But as you can see, it's repetitive, it's intuitive, so once you get started, it's really easy and simple to get the hang of. Also, to bring it back to S Club, they have a really good eyelash set that I swear by. I don't use anyone else's lashes because you really don't need to. They give you like... Okay, so the next step that we have to do is make sure that we install all of the things that we downloaded the only things that you will see here are the files that came up as a Sims 3 custom content. That's what we need to install actually in the launcher to put it in our game. So we're simply just checking off all of the boxes, and then we're going to hit the install button. It'll take a moment, and then another box will pop up, loading and showing its process of basically putting the content into your game. Alright, now it's installed. It typically moves pretty fast depending on how many things you have selected. I usually can select up to a dozen at a time, but it's up to you how much you want to get it going, get it fast. But now let's go in the game and give Vita Alto her makeover. Alright, so when we first get into the game, we can already see, or I can kind of tell that her skin is different because I downloaded the default skin. Miss Vita Alto, I'm gonna be honest, she needs a lot of help. She needs a lot of help, but it's okay. We're all unique. In hindsight, probably should have downloaded like a more glossy highlighter skin for her, because the matte look is just not giving. The matte look is not doing her any favors, but that's okay. This is just to show you that downloading the custom content worked, and as you can see, the custom content non-default skins that you download will show up down here in this panel. So for example, I want to see if the makeup downloaded correctly. So I know I downloaded some lip gloss, and as you can see, it's right here. The lip gloss from Eyelash Sims, and I think that already looks so much better. And I think that gloss kind of helps her. It just lightens her up a bit. The matte look is just, it's so drab. I can't. And also the custom content, blush from Praline downloaded. And so of course you can play around with them. Now when we go to the eyeliners, these are all of the eyelashes that I've downloaded. So this is from S Club. They're really great, but one unfortunate thing is that the eyes fit certain eye types is what you have to be mindful of. So an eye type like Vita Alto, like, we're not gonna fit eyelashes related to her. I mean, it looks very unnatural to have the lashes like below her waterline. But this is not typically the case for most Sims. I think we chose a very interesting Sim to give a makeover to, but it was an attempt. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna change her eye shape so we can actually see what the lashes look like. Oh my god, she looks so different. But the lashes fit her now. They're fitting her now. It's kind of uncanny how different she looks. It's a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't mean to change her genetics. She's fine the way she is, but I wanted to show you how the lashes actually look and are supposed to show up on most Sims. When we go to costume makeup, that's typically where the contacts are found. And as you can see, they are right here. So these are the presets that they give us, but you can play around with the colors if you want. I also downloaded a second pair. This is from Eyelash Sims, and we're gonna change that. I forgot what her original eye color was, but I don't think it was blue. She definitely is a thin eyebrow girl, so I'll let her have that one, but maybe I can give her different thin eyebrows like this one. This one looks better. It's still on the thin side. This is not custom content by any means, but you can definitely download a custom content browse. I have so many custom content browse. As you can see, it downloaded perfectly, and this is the style. I really love Vita Alto's style. She has that classy rich woman style, but her signature color is red, so I will honor that and give her like a deep red tone dress. So as you can see, some of the eyelashes that you might find are actually in your accessories folder too. That could come in handy because I forgot to mention that even though we found the lashes in the liner folder, that means that we can't also apply eyeliner unless you have the Neuraz mod that allows you to apply multiple layers on the same thing at once. So you can, if you don't have that mod, you can put the lashes on in her accessories folder, and that won't take away from eyeliner if that's what you wanted to use. So yeah, huge transformation for Vita. I think the makeup makes her look livelier. The hair is updated. We got that cute dress. I mean, things like this that you just don't find just in the game. Like, you have to seek those kinds of things, and that's okay. That's why custom content is here, and it makes the Sims just look so much better. So that's the final look, even with just downloading a few custom content items. Of course, you can go crazy like I did in my regular game file and download just whatever fits your fancy. So hopefully you guys find this video useful in some way, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!